There is one difference between modern psychology and yoga psychology. The modern psychology is capable of analyzing every human problem in a very scientific, beautiful way without any solution at all. If you are not sleeping, modern psychology can tell you why you are not sleeping, but it can never help you how to sleep. Excuse me if I am a bit rough, but if you give a solution according to the present existing modern psychology up to date, I will be your first disciple. And the yoga psychology of the ancients gives as many solutions as there are problems tackled. A science which presents analysis of problems without solutions is useful only for academic values. That is to have a diploma or a PhD. And I do hope that the psychology students of the 21st century in the universities, they will call us fools by studying our psychology books. Because they laugh at us, we have no solutions. True psychology is going to take its birth very soon, because the next generation cannot wait for our foolishness. And as far as we can understand and explain, the yoga psychology gives us the attitude of health. And if you remember that health is an attitude, health does not exist in any part of the body, just as disease does not exist in any part of the body. If you are healthy, health exists in you as yourself. If you are unhealthy, sickness exists in you as yourself, as your distorted thought, as your liking for certain undesirable things. This makes us eat and drink wrong things. This makes us sleep wrongly. This makes us use the sex in a distorted way, and then leads the body into pain. And we call the pain as sickness unscientifically. And medicines are poured down to remove the pain in the name of sickness. So, let us recapitulate once again that health is our attitude, and it is not any part of our body. It is our attitude that makes our psychology pure. It keeps our mind in equilibrium, and what we call concentration can be achieved only then. People speak of concentrating the mind, and has anyone achieved in concentrating their mind? Do you apply your mind for 1 hour to the same subject without distortion? Poor fellows, even the students of yoga also try to practice concentration. They close their eyes, sit down, and try to put the mind at a point. After 10 years, we may ask our colleague, is he successful? What can he answer? Can he answer, yes, I am successful? No. Can he answer no? No. He can say only, comme si comme ça. What is the fate of concentration? How can we concentrate? We, including the yoga students, the only method to concentrate is not to try to concentrate, but to do something else which makes you concentrate. Keep the mind engaged in what you want, and then at the end of the engagement, you will find that the mind is concentrated. Only when you are disturbed of your concentration, then only you will understand that your mind was concentrating previously. But as long as you think that you are concentrating, it proves you are not concentrating. Just like as long as you are thinking that you are sleeping, it proves that it is not sleep. Sleep can be known only when you are awakened from sleep. You can know that you have slept in the past. You can never know that you are sleeping. If you know that you are sleeping, you should know that you are not sleeping. Similarly, if you think that you are concentrating, know that you are not concentrating. Because when the idea of concentration is there with you, how can you concentrate? When you close your eyes and say, I have to concentrate, the mind also tells you, I have to concentrate. It begins to mock at you and you cannot concentrate.